The honourable member for Aurora, Oak Ridges, Richmond Hill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And thank you to the member for that impassioned speech. And of course, we agree. I want to talk about one thing you said, which is, you know, we are not separate. We are all part of one another. And I agree 100%. And the story, the anecdote you gave, the story you gave about him dying in the car, we all recognize that that is absolutely horrendous. But my question really regarding this motion is, I'd like to hear from you how you feel this motion will actually make a difference in alleviating the suffering of these people right now, a non-binding motion in the House of Commons in Canada. And whether you feel that you said we're not separate, whether you feel that this motion and having members vote on this will cause, I'm sorry, Mr. Speaker, will cause greater division, not only in the House, but more importantly, among Canadians at a time where Islamophobia, anti-Semitism is on the rise, and we're all very concerned about the unity. I think everyone...
All right. I know there's a number of things, and I know the honourable member realised her mistake as not coming through the chair when she was asking her question. The honourable member for Edmonton Strathcona.
Mr. Speaker, as Canadians, you know, we must stand for peace. We must stand for justice. We must uphold international law. What the member is suggesting is that children around the world should die, should be killed, should starve to death, and that the Canadian Parliament shouldn't act, shouldn't take steps to put things into place that would help. So it is vitally important that this Parliament sends a message that we are clear that as Canadians, we believe in the rights of all people. We believe in Palestinian human rights. We believe in Israeli human rights. We believe that the international rule of law needs to be adhered to. And we need to have the bravery and the courage to say that in this place.
Hear, 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 hear. Questions and comments? The honourable member for Thornhill.
Mr. Speaker, on October 7th, Hamas murdered, raped, and tortured thousands. They murdered thousands of people in Israel. This motion does not hold Hamas accountable in any way, does not call for the surrender of Hamas or for the putting down of its arms or even for the return of those hostages in any meaningful way. Why is the member rewarding Hamas terrorists for their October 7th massacre in this House of Commons? She should be ashamed of herself.
Honourable member for Edmonton Strathcona. Of order, the honourable member for Aurora, Oak Ridges, Richmond Hill.
Yes, the statement that the member made in response to my question, firstly, didn't answer my question, but secondly, she accused me.
That's... Hold on. Just a second. Let's... Just hold on a second. When I have order, I will allow the honourable member. As long as that debate's going on, I'm going to hold on here. I ask all members to be judicious in the discussion today. I know the honourable member for Aurora, Oak Ridges, Richmond Hill. It's not necessarily a point of order. It is a part of debate. But I will allow the honourable member to, if it is a point of order, to represent that point of order. The honourable member for Aurora, Oak Ridges, Richmond Hill.
Yeah, I mean, the member opposite made statements regarding me that I had not said, that had not been referenced in anything I said, and she was impugning my motive, which is completely unacceptable in the House. No. That
is descending into debate, but again, I will. Okay. Again, it is not a point of order. If the honourable member would want to maybe discuss with the House Leader maybe a point of privilege or whatever, there are a number of processes for it, but it's not a point of order. So, a point of order from the Honourable Parliamentary Secretary of the Government House Leader.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I think it is important throughout this debate, because it's going to be a very emotional debate, no doubt, that it is inappropriate for any member on any side to impute the motives of another member. Making a statement that one member is in favor or is suggesting in any fashion that they're in favor of children being killed is inappropriate and unparliamentary, I would suggest, and does nothing to maintain decorum. I say that for what it's worth, Mr. Speaker. It's something that needs to be taken into consideration throughout the day.
Well, I thank the honourable member for the statement. The honourable member for Victoria, I believe on that same point.
Point of order. Mr. Speaker, the member across the way said impute the motives. The word that you keep using, I don't think that word means what you think it means. Thank you, sir.
Impugn, I think, is what we're looking for. So I appreciate the discussion. I will proceed, and the honourable member for Edmonton Strathcona had the floor.
Mr. Speaker, and I would like to thank my colleague for her question, though clearly she has not read the motion and did not listen to my speech. Yeah. I was very clear that what Hamas did on October 7th is appalling. It is written into our motion that what we are calling for actions with regards to Hamas. I spoke very clearly about that. So if she'd like me to explain the motion to her again, perhaps you could read it for her again, Mr. Speaker. But because she did ask me that, I just want to finish off with a poem from Palestinian poet Mahmoud Darwish, who wrote, "The war will end. The war will end, the leaders will shake hands, the old woman will keep waiting for her martyred son, the girl will wait for her beloved husband, and those children will wait for their heroic father. I don't know who sold our homeland, but I saw who paid the price.
Wow.
The war will end."
Thank you.